Hey everyone, Dr. L here. So I could not find a video tutorial on my YouTube page demonstrating how to use iMovie in order to edit files that you might be producing for your podcast or your TikTok, depending on what option you're choosing for your final group project. So I'm making this video right now. But the first thing I want to point out is the video I'm currently recording, I'm using Loom. Loom as a platform. So if you go to loom.com, you can create a free account using your Sinclair email address. So if you use any.edu email address, you should be able to create a free account. This allows you to make videos. I do encourage you to then upload those videos to YouTube if that's what you end up using for your final products thing in class, because YouTube creates automatic closed captions, so that makes it ADA compliant. Loom does not. But you can download the video you've recorded on Loom and then upload it to YouTube. Now, for our purposes, you don't have to have a video recording like this. So I just say that as an FYI. I strongly encourage you to have an audio and video component, so an MP4 file, just because I think it allows for a crisper, better podcast. But if you only have MP3, so if you only have audio, that's also fine. And for certain platforms, like if you were to record audio and visual on Zoom, for example, you would be able to have access to the MP4 and MP3 files. So you could use either one. All right. So when you're in iMovie, when you open the app, you pull it up, you go to create movie, and then you find the file that you want to edit. So I downloaded a test file, and you just drag and drop here. Okay. And then from here, you can, let's say there was an awkward pause and you want to clip that out. You can go here, you can split clip. Now it's in two separate sections. You can split it again if this is the part that you want to get rid of. And you can Command X. And now that tiny section that you decided was an awkward pause that you want to get rid of has been deleted, and you can put this back together. What else can you do? You can it's been a while since I've used this. Okay. You can play it so that you can hear how it sounds. You can adjust the speed. You can do all sorts of things. Okay. All right. If you click on this icon here, this allows you to adjust different things related to the sound. Turn down the audio, turn it up. I doubt you want to turn it up all the way to 400%, but certainly you can play around with that. Let's say for whatever reason, one person in your group isn't as loud on the recording as another person. You can go to each time that quieter person is talking, and you can raise the volume. You can also reset everything as needed. There's also ways that you can add in. Oh, it's not going to let me do this because this is an audio clip. But if you were to, this is an interview I did for my own podcast I had for a while with sociologist Rebecca Adams. If I was to add this, you could. add different information. So you could add a title, and you could type in, interview with Dr. Adams, however you want to do it. But there's all sorts of things that you can add. You can add background, transitions. You can store different media sounds. You can add different sound effects. There's all different things you can do. And I've had students play around with sound effects and do real cute little things that are kind of silly. So you can just sort of play around with this. I would imagine the example that I gave to you all in class this past week or this coming week, depending on what section of my classes you're in, the students probably use some sort of editing software like this because they had different images that appeared throughout their podcast while they were talking with each other. So hopefully you now see how you can edit either an audio or a video recording. So it's pretty easy. You just download the file to your computer. You upload that file into iMovie or a similar software program. And then from there, you can edit it, change things with the sound, stuff like that. And then when you go back to your projects, it'll automatically prompt you to save it. So you might save it as group project. Social 1101 group project. And then your last name, or since there's multiple students working in pretty much all of the groups, you could put your group name, click OK. And then now that file is saved. So if you need to go back and edit it some more later, you can. Anyway, I hope this helps you see how you can use different technology in order to have a really good final group project, whether you're doing a TikTok or you're doing a podcast. There are ways that you can edit stuff. And if you are unable to find a free editing platform and that's something you feel you really need to do after listening to the final recording that your group comes up with, let me know and I will help you find resources for free on campus where you're able to edit the MP3 and or MP4 files that you have produced for your project. All right, without further ado, I'm going to end this video.